I did have.
No, I know this. But yeah, this is going to stand out for the rest of my life. This moment.
I remember. So this wasn't on the tour. This was like my first time in Europe for a while. So this was when I went to Cologne for Gamescom.
Yeah.
So I land there, and there is two queues to get in the borders. One is the EU line, and one is the rest of the world line.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, last time I came here, it was like post-Brexit, but they still allowed us to go to the EU line, right? So I go to like the nearest clerk. I'm like, I have this passport. Can I go in the EU line? She looks at it, looks at me, and just goes, ha. I was just like, oh fuck, Brexit has happened, man.
Yeah.
Join the rest of the peasants.
It was in Germany, so she was just like,
I had
nice try.
when I went to Italy last year. I was like, I know. I didn't vote for this. I also, when we flew from Germany to London, and I knew that we were supposed to go in the all other passports lane in Europe. But obviously, I mean, you look at me, and a lot of people are like, no, you can go in the EU one.
Yeah.
And in America, they think, no, go to the citizens line. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I wish. No.
You get the fast pass.
a lot of the times, so we were walking, and they were like, oh, no, the EU passport's that way. And I show him our British passport and glance with me, and he goes, ugh.
I remember that.
He literally said, ugh, as he looked at the British passport. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. He like shuddered and was like, ew. I was like, we can't catch a fucking break. Man,
it's funny.
Tumblr 2013 era, British people were on top, dude.
Yeah.
We had it. Passport game was strong. We were revered. Now, man, 10 years later, we are bottom of the barrel. Now being British is a downside. Fuck, our passport's dog shit.
It's funny because I have the opposite every time I re-enter Japan. You know, because I look like this. So like, there's the Japan line, and then there's the rest of the world line.
Yeah.
And I always just, without thinking, I just like start rocking up to the Japanese line. Always the dude like in the middle is just like, excuse me, foreign passport. And I just fucking pull that shit out, just like, do you see this? Every time the guy's like, I'm so sorry.
But even when you're a foreign resident in Japan, you have to go and fill out this form every single time you leave. I don't know if you have to do this in other countries, because I've never had a visa in another country. I don't think you do. But in Japan, when you leave Japan, you have to fill out a form at the airport saying you're going to come back to Japan if you have a visa.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is so annoying doing this every single time.
Yeah.
But even then, when I go in that line, they'll be like, oh, no, tourists this way. And I was like, what? This is literally for foreign residents. I am the person who's supposed to be in this one.
Do you see my card?
Yeah. So that's always a little fun. Little just micro complaints. Feel like it's just kind of fun to have, like, to feel special for a moment. Be like, no, I'm different.
It's great whenever I go back in Japan. I see the fucking massive line.
Oh my god,
for the tourists, and I'm like,
the tourist line is so long in Japan.
Yeah, it's gotten so long.
You have the skipping line, which is the residence card.
And then there's us with the residence card line, which is just like, look
it's
at
like
these,
10 seconds.
Look at these tourists.
I can reliably time, because I've flown into Haneda Airport into Japan so many times.
Yeah.
I think I can, like, to a 5-minute accuracy, tell you when I'm going to get out of the airport, because I've done it so many times.
If I go now, it's a gold split.
By the time the plane lands, it's 15 minutes till I'm out of the airport every time.
Yeah.
It's super fast.
Yeah.
If you get your bags instantly.
Checked bags.
Yeah, even then, you get your bags so fast in Japan. It's crazy how quickly it is.
And you do like the customs thing online beforehand.
So you scan your QR code.
Yeah.
And then
little life hacks.
You literally leave the terminal, and the taxi rank is like 2 seconds away. You go right down the stairs, boom, get in the taxi. I'm home in like 40 minutes. I'm like, all right, I'm chilling.
Speed run.
It's so good. I love airport any percent.
100 at any percent.
Haneda is such a good airport. Please don't ever fly into Naruto if you can.
Yeah. It's gotten to the point now, because we've flown a lot this year for business, that like I've noticed like little things about airports that I never noticed before. Like whenever we go through security, and it's like the GigaChat fucking security machine. You know, the big ones where you do not have to remove your electronics or any like liquids. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a good experience. And then you go to like the beta little like fucking micro machines where I bring like everything with me.
You know, it depends how beige and gray it looks. The more beige and gray it looks, the more shit the security is going to be. If it looks really bright and modern, it's just easy.
Yeah, like the ones in Hunter are like the huge white machines, that just look like a space portal. Like,
they're so fucking good.
Yeah, those are the good ones.
It's like, oh, do I have to take my laptop out? And it's like, no, you don't. It's like, oh, thank God.
Which one of you was that guy giving a hard time at one of the airports? One of you were getting like grilled by the guy, and I was literally right next to you.
Yeah, that was me and Nabi.
I was literally standing right next to you. Was it in Dublin? It was Dublin, right? Yeah, Dublin.
Yeah.
And then they made you take off your shoes, right?
Yeah, they made me take off my shoes.
It was so weird. I was like sandwiched in between them, and I'm like, we are literally all the same. And I'm just chilling.
I mean, I thought I had it bad because I had to take my shoes off. And
this guy asked only Joey to take his shoes off.
Yeah, and then,
so weird.
And then I was like, all right, that's a bit weird, but whatever. Did it, went through fine. I was like, okay, whatever. I look back, Gant is emptying out his bag.
Gant was getting the full course.
Like the full probe.
Yeah, this has never happened to me before, but I took my liquids and my laptops, every electron. I've done this enough times. And for some reason, they were all like, oh, we need to re-put your bag in. So I just thought, oh, maybe they need to re-put their bag in. And they asked me to like empty everything. I was like, what is
Empty
going
the liquids.
Yeah.
Pour them on the table.
They literally like laid it out like it was a CSI crime scene, you know? And they took out, did they do that for you as well, Nabi? Yeah. Did they lay it out like a crime scene and just had on the tray and just like put it all back in? Yeah, like Exhibit A. And I was just like, what is going on? And I felt so bad because I saw you two just waiting for me. And I'm like, guys, I don't know what's going on. This has never happened before. I'm just trying to get through.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you get a little bit of privilege.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It could have been anything. I don't know. But
I mean, I never get stopped. I've never been stopped. I've never been stopped at an airport.
Really?
I mean, look at me. I look so basic. I also like don't even. I'm so bad now. I've gotten to the point where they always scan my bag anyway because I bring so many batteries and weird stuff in.
Yeah,
I don't even take laptops out anymore. Sometimes I just leave it all in because they're gonna scan it anyway.
They're gonna scan it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I just leave it all in, and they're like, "Why didn't you take it out?" I'm like, "I forgot," and then they forget about it. And it's like two. I save time because I don't want. Dude, it's so annoying. I'm gonna fuck around with 4 trays, and then everyone's fighting to get in, and I'm like, I'm just gonna put it all in one.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna deal with the guy being.
And it's always like the laptop always needs to be in a separate tray from the bag.
Dude,
and do you ever get those times where, because I take a laptop and like a Switch normally,
and they don't want them on top of each other,
and the tray is big enough for one of them, but is just about too small just to have them both together.
Like the laptop is like here, and then the Switch is like kind of leaning on the laptop.
Yeah.
And the guy's just like, no, you can't do that.
You
put
need
it in a different
extra tray. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
God, it'd be like that.
Yeah, it do be like that. But yeah, honestly,
literally first world problems.
This is I mean, listen, when you spend like how many days a year we spend in the airport, you notice you're like, damn, these little efficiencies piss me off.
I genuinely wonder this year, since we've been doing so much traveling, like if we were to calculate it, how many days do you reckon we've been at an airport?
I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about how much time I spent flying. I think we could easily calculate it.
You reckon?
I think I've spent like at least 10 days in the air this year, at least.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that I've kind of like taken, like my mentality has changed right now is, you know, there can be some places like even flying to Europe where in your mind it's like, oh, it's just an 1.5-hour flight. What you don't really factor in for is the travel time to the airport, how long you have to stay in the airport, how long you have to like the kind of like the hustle and bustle
customs,
of like
all that shit
getting
too.
through customs and everything like that. An 1.5-hour flight to a different country turns into like a 4-hour journey out of your day.
Oh,
dude,
4 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
If bullet trains are goated.
Sorry?
Bullet trains are goated.
Yeah, right? Which
You
is
just rock
like,
up 5 minutes before, get on it, chilling, get some coffee, and then you're off in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
So good.
It's just like travel days are more than just the time on the vehicle. It's like everything around the fucking travel day as well, which you don't really factor into. But if you do it enough times, you're like, oh, this is a lot of hours in my life that I'm losing, traveling.
I do think when you travel a lot, you get this really weird perspective of travel where I used to think of it as such a huge event that I was like traveling, and then now I'm like, oh no, it's just just don't think about it. Like I'll do like a 4-hour travel day, and I'll be like, oh, that's okay.
Yeah,
like I still have lunch and dinner.
Yeah,
that's like kind of like that's the only thing that throws me off. If I can't have like a lunch or dinner, I'm like, I can't really like pinpoint where I'm at in the day.
Like, does the travel time feel shorter for you?
Yeah, like because like I've done shoots where I've taken the bullet train to Kyoto and then come back in the evening, and I'm like, that's weird because that's like a 5-hour total journey.
That's a long time.
But it doesn't feel that bad when you it's like spread out, and then you're also so used to traveling, and also you get really good at finding what to do while traveling. I think that's something.
Yeah.
Like I used to always download like 500 Netflix shows, and I used to like prepare everything I was going to watch or what I was going to read. And
so what's your go-to now?
No, I figure it out 10 minutes before I get on the plane. I'm like, okay, I'll download this one Netflix thing, and I'll probably sleep, and then I'll buy the Wi-Fi and play some chess, or like I don't think about it too much.
I'm the opposite. I
know you do. I know you do.
I constantly have a library of things that I can watch. I love traveling because it's my one
time. You catch
time
up on stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my one time when I can just shut off the world. I never buy the online Wi-Fi. I never do that. I
always buy the online Wi-Fi.
No,
I don't buy it.
I maybe play a game on my Switch, or I watch a movie, or watch some anime that I need to catch up on. It's great. It's just a time where I can shut off from the world and just do shit that I don't have to feel guilty, doing, I guess.
And no one can fault you for it because you're on a plane.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, I just say, I'm sorry guys, I'm not going to reply. I'm on a plane.
Yeah,
but I have internet. And,
I'm just not reading.
Well, sometimes it's just like you're not in the vibe, Also, you know what pissed me off as well that I found out? I was like, okay, the first time I ever took a business class flight was like, I think last year. I was super stoked about it. And I was super pumped because I thought, like, you see all these videos, you're like, it looks so luxurious. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. You pay so much money for it. It's like a ridiculous amount. And I was like, oh man, I can't wait. Sit down. I open the Wi-Fi. I'm like, excuse me, how do I get on the Wi-Fi? She's trying to make me pay. She's like, oh no, you have to pay for the Wi-Fi. I was like, what? What? This is like a $5,000 plane seat. I have to pay $20 for the Wi-Fi? What?
Again,
how does that make sense?
Another reason why I don't pay for online flight Wi-Fi.
That is like the single biggest scam in business class or like whatever, that they still make you pay for Wi-Fi. And I found out it's because it's not run by the plane. It's like separately contracted. It's some fucking weird thing like that. But I was like, that's fucking dumb. What a dumbass fucking. Why should I pay? You already paid an ungodly amount for like just a chair basically that's slightly bigger. What the fuck?
A chair that's slightly bigger.
Okay, it can recline. That's,
it can turn into a bed.
Yeah, it's the game changer.
Exactly.
That does make a 12-hour flight a lot easier.
Oh my god, totally.
Yeah, I mean, would you guys... I don't know. Are you guys thinking about traveling as much next year? Because we did a lot this year.
I mean, I say no, but I will.
Yeah. That's kind of what I figured out, because last year I said the exact same thing about 2023. I was like, damn, I did so much traveling in 2022. 2023 is going to be the chill year. Turns out I've traveled more this year than I think I have in my entire life combined.
I think I only feel like I've really traveled like a big amount if it's longer than a week. If it's less than a week, I don't think about it much. I'm like, oh, it's chill.
That's true.
Yeah. But if it's over than a week, it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I think that's what I want to do more next year. Is just kind of like non-work related short travel. Maybe like less than a week type of travel, just because I want to go somewhere. Like I still want to explore like a ton of like Southeast Asian countries, because I just feel like it's a waste to not go there living in Asia, So I want to do more of that next year with Arky, and like, I don't know, but again, we say all of this, it's probably going to be more traveling next year. Let's be real.
We'll see.
Let's be real.
I mean, traveling to America is a must for work.
Exactly.
I want to travel more for holiday. I want to take more holiday next year.
Totally.
Yeah, this has been great.
That's why October, November for me, I'm fucking staying in Japan. I'm not going anywhere. I say that, but I'm going to Okinawa. So,
so you're not staying.
So it's still Japan technically.
Yeah. Just a 3-hour flight.
Just a 3-hour flight.